Walter writes very good letters. He's got a very good letter here, and I'd like to ask him to say a few words about it. Walter, thank you.
Thank you. I'm Walter Hang, and I'm president of Forensics Targeting, and it's great to see you all here. As you know, I live right here in Ithaca, and I really believe that our beautiful community is worth fighting for, and I know many of you do too. So this is why Maurice cares so much, because this is his district. And you can see it has impaired water bodies, including Southern Cayuga Lake. It has the Millennium Pipeline, which would carry the natural gas to market. Many, many people drink water drawn from the ground. And essentially, he already has a lot of wells. There are a lot of existing gas wells in our area. And as you know, beginning about a year ago, I documented literally hundreds of fires, explosions, massive uncontrolled wastewater releases. And this challenged the key assumption of the Department of Environmental Conservation that the existing regs were adequate to safeguard the public health and the environment, and we only needed a supplemental generic environmental impact statement. Well, this is what we could be looking at. This is out in Allegheny, New York. And this is where traditionally oil and gas drilling has occurred, and you can see the density of the extraction wells is just mind-boggling. Well, this is where the Millennium Pipeline starts. And so the reason that Maurice and all of us have been so concerned about Marcellus Shale horizontal hydrofracking is because the potential pollution hazards is so much greater. We could be looking ultimately at tens of thousands of wells in our region. And remember, our region in blue is the Marcellus Shale. So you could be looking at an unbelievable density of wells throughout that entire blue area. And that's how come so many of you have become signatories to the coalition letter, basically calling upon Governor Patterson to withdraw this fatally flawed draft, send it back to the drawing board. We know he acted in good faith when this process began 3 years ago, but essentially it just is not ready for implementation. Even the Environmental Protection Agency says so. And as Maurice pointed out, last week I think was really the showstopper that caught so many people's attention. It was this memo where DEC responded to Governor Patterson's request for an additional 209 job cuts at DEC. So the governor promised that any Marcellus Shale horizontal hydrofracking would be done safely. But this document makes a mockery of that promise. It's going to be on toxicstargeting.com later this afternoon. And I just want to read you two quotes. Quote, "The combination of severe resource limitations and increased responsibilities has had a dramatic impact, fundamentally compromising the department's responsibilities to preserve the state's environment, protect human health, and meet its obligations to the public. In every quarter, we have had to reduce essential services provided by DEC. We are now responding to and cleaning up fewer petroleum spills. Our inspections and enforcement activities in all programs have dwindled, e.g. hazardous waste, air emissions, wastewater discharges, mining and drilling safety. DEC's review of the environmental impacts of industrial activities and issuance of permits now take longer. Stewardship of the DEC's extensive land holdings and facilities have declined. There is less oversight of mine safety and oil and gas drilling, and efforts to plug leaking abandoned wells have been cut." So the bottom line is we just can't regulate this activity until the DEC has basically been fixed, and that's how come we're going to make renewed efforts between now and the end of the year to get this draft withdrawn. And that's why Congressman Hinchey, as you know, I've known you for more than 30 years, which is hard to believe. You were once young. And I've always welcomed.
I wasn't even born then.
Happy birthday, by the way. They will sing you afterwards.
Yes, that's right.
Happy birthday.
I have always welcomed your efforts to safeguard New York's environment and public health. We have worked together on many toxic battles. On behalf of more than 10,000 citizens, business owners, elected and appointed officials, farmers and environmental groups, many of whom are here today, thank you for agreeing to sign the coalition letter requesting Governor Patterson to withdraw the woefully inadequate Marcellus Shale draft supplemental generic environmental impact statement that has received so much withering criticism. I will alert the coalition letter's signatories about today's event, and thank you again for your critically important support.
Right here.
Yeah, right there.
Thank you.
This is so important because Maurice has been such an incredible leader on protecting the environment going back many, many years. So it's really great that we're all here together and he's done so well. And I trust that all of you will thank him, support him, and help him down the home stretch. Thank you.